Hi, this is Raven Many Voices, and today I'd like to talk about the sixth sense and really all your senses in regards to how we perceive spirit. So I get this asked a lot on being a psychic, being someone who's sensitive, an empath, and working with spirit is how to develop your sixth sense. And I just want to tell you that we really need to re-look at how we are defining the sixth sense, as we think of the sixth sense as beyond or extra than our other five senses. And our other five senses, of course, is taste, smell, hearing, touch, and seeing. And kind of interesting, when you go by the senses, most of us use our eyes, of course. We see the world around us, and that's 80% of our reality comes through our sense of eyesight. And we also base a lot of our meter of how we measure ourselves and perceiving spirit is through our eyesight. But really, we're discounting our other senses because all senses are actually combined to make the sixth sense. What am I talking about? So, your other senses, when we close our eyes, and this is why a lot of times I close my eyes or ask you to close your eyes during meditations, is because when we take that 80% away from our visual sense, it helps our other senses to expand. When we use our other senses of taste, of smell, of touch, and of hearing, it allows us to perceive the world in a different way and sometimes a deeper way. These other senses is oftentimes how spirit actually greets us. For instance, being outside, the fairies are starting to wake up here a little bit as we're transitioning from winter to spring. And one of their common greetings is feeling like cobwebs going across your face. That actually is a fairy greeting. It's their little wings or them pulling your hair. This is a way for them to get your attention. They also like to use smell. So even though right now I'm still kind of more in winter and there's not really any flowers blooming right now, out here I can smell a very, very sweet, sweet smell, almost like lilacs in full bloom in summer. And that's because, again, they're greeting me to say hello. You can also hear all the birds chittering in the background, and there's also like a chiming of a bell. So again, that sound of that laughter or a bell chiming is another example of a fairy greeting. So look at all the ones I just talked about. And then, of course, in sight, if you see little flashes of light, sometimes it picks up in the video. You can see little flashes of light. Yes, sometimes those are bugs or dust going across the video, but more often than not, little flashes of light are actually spirit. And in this case, the fairies that are dancing around. So hopefully they'll show up in the video for us. So there is some good examples from touch to smell, to taste. Yes, you could even taste sweetness or like honey on your lips. Smell, taste, sense, all those different senses are involved in the sixth sense. So what does that mean for you? It means to please let go of an expectation that you feel like you have to see spirit. See spirit. Seeing spirit is actually more involved in your third eye, where you actually visualize what you see. So the fairies that are hanging out, and I can totally feel them waving at me right behind my shoulders. If you close your eyes and visualize what this thing that's pulling my hair, very, very sweet smell, and is waving at you on the camera, if you close your eyes, what do you see in that screen in your mind's eye? What would it look like for you? Now, the fun thing about fairies and why I invited them here to help me make this video is that fairies have a magical gift called glamour. Glamour allows them to look into your mind and find the image that is the most pleasing to you. So if I say Tinkerbell, and you know what Tinkerbell is, you may see now a Tinkerbell fairy in your mind's eye. Or maybe you see more animals, half man, half animal, or maybe a ball of light is more pleasing to you. Most likely in your mind's eye, when you look at this fairy, that's what you're going to see. Again, they take the image that's most pleasing and won't scare you away because they're very excited to talk to you. So try these techniques. Go sit outside or even in your home and ask those wonderful fairy beings. They're one of the easiest ones to work with because they love working with us and they're kind of miss having conversations with us. So if you are nice, put out something yummy for them, some chocolate, some glitter, a penny, or even just, your houseplants. Invite them to come take care of your houseplants and ask those fairies to come talk to you and enjoy. Now, a little easier to do it outside, but again, some of us are still freezing as we're trying to get through winter. Again, those houseplants, the fairies love taking care of them too. So make that connection. Ask that beautiful fairy being or whatever being that wants to come forward and talk to you and really check in. What do you smell? What do you taste? What do you feel? What do you hear? And what do you see? Enjoy growing your sixth sense, and share in the comments on my Facebook group, Voices from Spirit, and see who decided to step forward to talk to you today. Many blessings to you. This is Raven Many Voices, and head over to my website if you want more insight, ravenmedium.com. Thank you, everybody. Namaste.